officially back in Canada. Feel like freaking balls from all the travel. Like, I don't even know what day of the cut it is right now, but I do know it's squat day, so we're gonna have to get our shit together to see if we can keep squats on track. And because I took my sweet ass time with bodyweight warm-ups to get things limbered up, my reward or punishment, depending on how you look at it, is first set gonna be 2 reps, which historically is actually kind of a good thing because it forces me to get my shit together a little bit sooner.
One more, don't jump.
Set. You know, it turns out the secret is a lack of sleep and zero mobility work, and shit fucking feels phenomenal. Am very freaking optimistic after that one, so straight to 3. And I am in utter shock with how good squats feel this deep into the cut, especially with how bad they felt kind of when I started dipping below 250. But the biggest thing is just figuring out how I need to position myself with these newer skinny guy levers, and holy guacamole, it's feeling like it's working. And the big things positionally are making sure that I'm there where that I want to be and making sure that I'm carrying more hinge than I typically do, just so I can feel like more compact and secure in that bottom end. Gonna pause.
Okay.
Like, that's insane, eh? And the other just let me know that I'm flaring ribs a little bit harder than I should be, and it looks like it's coming from the shoulder, so we're gonna touch a little bit of shoulder prep before the next set. And like, I am aware that part of it feeling so good might be the fact that I am in the Inzer sleeves today. But the thing is that I am currently so skinny that like the elite sleeves are like literally sliding off of me while I'm squatting. And the good thing about the skinniness though is that the Inzers went on in like 3 seconds without even having to pull. So I'm okay with training in these given my current body weight state. But since it is feeling so good and we are cheating with the Inzers, figure FAFO straight to 4. And this will match what I squatted in Ireland, so plan here is clean 5, and if we make it clean enough, we're going up.
One more. Perfect. Forward. Good.
I think we're going up.
I know, I'm just standing.
Not even passing out today. Holy shit, this is good.
Yeah, that's why
I do appreciate the physical contact. Missed it after last week. Not getting hugged enough.
I haven't touched a man in a week. This is
Yeah.
bullshit.
And you know what? We are a long ass ways from back. Still gotta open up T-spine, shoulders a little bit so I can get a better head back. But holy freaking shit, I am okay with that jump, feeling that good. Especially considering we were like 226 this week, so yeah. And with that, got the fun music out, which I'm kind of ashamed to have going on for 525, but gotta do what you gotta do when you're skinny. Fuck off.
Yep. Good. Easy. Come on, Seth.
Come on. Better.
Good. Come on.
Down.
One more.
Lower. Yep.
Forward.
Woo!
Good.
Man, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
You were just like.
You were resyncing them as you went on, like
Yeah.
more and more, getting more comfortable.
Yeah.
I think it's because you haven't been on this weight for
A long fucking time.
Yeah.
But I'm figuring out, like,
now
it's,
you're figuring it out and dropping into the hole better.
and as much as I don't love running the linear progression 5s right now, it is plain as day that prioritizing the squat group practice is exactly what I need to get the squat kicking again. But we've also got to place a heavy priority on the stuff that's allowing that group practice to actually work. And the only secret to being the best lifter you can be is falling in love with the kind of work that you need to be doing. And that is why lifters on the team are stacking PRs and 9-for-9 meet days. The team is going to give you sustainable programming that you will enjoy, that makes sure that you are doing the right work, sent straight to a super easy to use app on your phone. You're going to be getting same-day coaching on every single lift that you post directly from me. Plus, you'll have the whole community there to support you along the way. And all of it is at a price that cannot be beat. Right now, we've even got a 7-day free trial, so you can sign up at no risk at all. So if you're serious about leveling up your progress, hit the link and come see what the team is all about. And I'm figuring with where squats are right now, we'll grow a pair and go straight to 2 plates on that Roundy Boy SSB good mornings. 2 plates is in 2 of these stupid calibrated pound kilo plate things, so 285 on the bar here. And you know what? I think that was good enough that we're going to go 305. Grab Craig for supervision for this set because I'm a little bit nervous for this one because it is pretty hefty for a good morning in my current state. But I've been talking a lot of shit on the team to guys how they need to be pushing these heavier, so I better be doing it myself, you know? Totally lost count there. Was that 5?
I wasn't counting.
Oh, perfect. So we'll pretend it's 5, like placebo set of 5.
Yeah.
Whew.
4 or 5.
Yeah, getting lightheaded is back, so I wasn't sure if I wanted to push for another, but feels good.
You can try next time.
Thank you, sir.
No worries.
Figured that was adequate effort for the top set, and watching the last one back, I realized wasn't quite low enough, so that's why I grabbed Craig, so I had the confidence to really push her into the bottom, so hopefully that set looked deeper on camera. Anyways, breath caught, heeled shoes back on, because we're going to go crank on some of these silly SSB Smith machine Bulgarian thingamabobbers. And like, the Elite SSB at Blindside is freaking sick, but not gonna lie, like this thing is much sicker just because of how stable you can make it with the Hatfield handles and how this SSB pad angle almost like forces me into the perfect hinge to make it hella butt cheeky. So we're gonna run this plate for a couple more reps. As a feeler, probably just one more rep because it feels good already. Give righty a little bit of a touch, and then we're gonna put some more weight on the sucker so we can actually dig into some good work. And realize that after that first set, I need to nudge the pad back just a hair. So we'll get that done and give 2 a rip, which was my work sets last week. So goal is to get some decent work in here and then add a little bit of weight. Yeah, we'll be able to go up for sure. And like, my goal with Bulgarian is going to be to try to angle my torso in a way that lets me tag as much of what I want to tag as possible. And right now, with how squats are feeling, Really trying to set her up so I'm hinging and catching a shit ton of glute in the bottom, which means I am kind of minimizing knee travel, but don't feel like quads need to be the biggest priority in my current situation. And it's not like I'm not touching quads at all with that intent. Plus, we got the bigger quad slot on Wednesday right now, so we're going to be A-okay. Plus, I'm figuring we can do something more directly quaddy in movement slot number 5 today. Anyways, 2.25 here. Hopefully, we don't die. This machine is so freaking cool. Like, I know no one has this, but if you ever get the opportunity to try one of these, like, you have to try it. And I think that's gonna suffice for a top set for today, because holy. Are you guys supersetting with the Nordic? Yeah, can I get in there? Yeah, sick. Yeah, for sure, I'll let you go in. Yeah. Was worried I'd have to do quads first with the guys that were on the Nordic, or supersetting leg extension with Nordic girls, so I'll just work in with them and it'll work. Because it's like at the gym, sharing is caring, if I can get this adjusted right. Not sure if after all the ELITEFTS GHRs, this is going to feel really easy, or if I'm going to die from my hamstrings being fried, so we'll start kind of friendly. That is actually way easier after the ELITEFTS GHR, so I'll just do a couple, let those guys get their set in, and then we'll drop her a little bit lower for some work sets. Want her back where you had it? Want her back where you had it? Yeah, I just dropped her up one for warm up. And figuring with how good that first feeler set felt, we'll knock her down to 15 for a work set. Slightly nervous for this one, but we gotta do her anyways. It was like the weirdest thing ever, because after all the GHRs I did in Ireland, like, my hammies are sore as shit, but boy gee whiz, these feel freaking strong, so I'm not going to complain, but I probably will complain to Mike that he needs to order ELITEFTS GHR, because those things are freaking magical. I think we'll just drop it down again for real work set, because this isn't all that bad. And I'm figuring after how good those first couple felt, we're going to be brave and take her all the way to the bottom and hopefully not die while getting a couple of half decent reps here. I mean, like, I am kind of cheating with the hip bend, but holy freaking shit, this is wild. I'm in disbelief. Utter disbelief. If this isn't an advertisement for ELITEFTS glute ham raise, I don't know what is. I mean, at this point, if Mike doesn't order one, I might have to order one myself, because this is just insane. And like, yes, I could be probably getting hip straighter. I need to progress this towards hip straighter, but I have never been able to do that many Nordics all the way to the bottom in my entire life. So I am very, very, very happy right now. Also, I am choosing to ignore the fact that I am super, super light right now, because that might also be helping, because I don't want to ruin the happiness with the Nordic progression. And now for that quaddy slot on the leg extension that is like the ELITEFTS glute ham raise of leg extensions. What I mean by that is it is heavy as shit in the bottom of the range of the motion, which I'm not excited about from a stretch median hypertrophy standpoint. I am excited about it because to be a good squatter, you need to have strong quads in the lengthened position. So we're gonna dig in on this sucker. Oh. We'll go up a little bit for set 2. Okay, up a couple of plates on the stack. Nudge the back pad up a hair too, because it's probably a little bit too far back that set. So let's crank on this one. Boo. 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 Bah. Boo. Boo. I love this machine so freaking much. And next up, we are moving on to the lat slot, which means we are gonna buckle up to crank on another machine that I'm absolutely in love with. And the reason that I'm excited to run this guy today is with how I was feeling on squats, I was missing a little bit of thoracic extension. And with this guy, I can kind of pin myself against the pad, try to arch into the top, and get a little bit of extension access while cranking the ever-living shit out of the lats through their entire range of motion. And we're dying. Holy. Started probably a little bit aggressive there for a warm-up set, so I'll probably just keep it there for another set, which will end up being the second work set, because the warm-up set was pretty much a work set anyways. But the reason I like the pullover machine so much better than a dumbbell pullover or a cable sort of pull down is because the line of drive is directly perpendicular through the humerus, so the leverage is freaking insane the entire way through the range of motion. Plus, it just feels awesome due to that leverage stuff. I'm gonna nudge the seat up just a hair for work set number 2 so you can get a little bit more of that extension feels. Because the idea is that if my butt is higher, my back will be higher, so it'll be easier for me to arch over the top of the pad. You know? Definitely realizing I should have caught how low the seat was after that first work set, because this feels a lot better for the desired intent. Really trying to make friends with this lengthened position. And we're dying. Note to self, be a little bit less aggressive with loading the next time I run this guy. And we're back here finishing up on the twisty twist machine that I am currently deeming as essential for my progress, because since I brought it in, like, the squat brace is feeling freaking unstoppable. So we're going to continue prioritizing the more oblique stuff until I have a reason to stop prioritizing more oblique stuff and get back on the rectus abdominis, because holy, it is fun to feel like my squat brace is connected right now. That's a hard portion where I put the loading stack, but again, you're not going to get stronger by not trying on accessories, so we're going to do our best to continue trying to progress on accessories. And yeah, you can drive main work up by just trying to progress on your main work, but the neat thing that happens is if you're really deliberate with trying to hit PRs on the little stuff, it's like PRs on the big stuff just kind of happen automatically. And my whole philosophy on driving main lift progress is to identify the accessories that you need to crank in order to push the main lifts up. And like I was saying, if you crank those accessories, the main lifts just kind of go up on their own as a result of how hard you're cranking your accessories, you know? And yeah, like, it has taken me a little bit longer than it feels like it should have to get the main lifts kind of rolling again, since the weight loss really kicked in hard. But the thing is that being okay with the fact that it did take time to figure out and letting myself have the time to figure it out, let myself learn to identify what my lifts need, learn to identify the shape of where my lifts need to be in my technique and groove, like giving myself that time to figure it out and then giving myself the time to push on the accessories that I need to be pushing on. It's so freaking insane to be still dropping and feeling better week after week after week. And I know that it is still so freaking far away from where I should be strength-wise. Like, not 5 today, like it's good considering, but it's still like 100 and something pounds under my best 5 on a sleeve squat. So we do have a very, very, very long way to go. But if I can be driving that progress right now when I am so low on sleep, when I do feel so cooked with the travel, when I am so low in calories, like the further I get into this cut, like the more and more excited I am that I am treating it the way that I am, because I know that if I continue treating it this way, like performance might take another hit because we are going to have to pull things out even further. But you know what? I'm very okay with that, because if things are rolling right now, I know that things are going to be rolling so much harder when food comes back in, and I'm just getting more and more excited about that, because we probably got another 8 weeks left to get as low and as lean as I need to be. And when those 8 weeks are up and when we are much more shredded, like I'm just looking forward to that rebound and getting some food back in me, getting some building back in, and then shaping myself up for what should be a really freaking fun meet in December at King of the Platform 5. But I think that's what I got for today, guys. So thank you so much for watching. As always, peace out. Have a good rest of your day, and I will see you in the team.